Welcome to the Bendito Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Well, we're not going to win them all. We're not going to win them all. I mean, the Lynx are on a 10-game win streak right now, but we're not going to win them all. We had a nice 5-game win streak. Beat the Toronto Tempo, beat the Connecticut Sun, beat the Seattle Storm twice. But we did beat the New York Liberty amongst that run. So we did beat a quality team during that run. The Lynx, during their now 10-game win streak, they didn't really beat anybody either. The best team that they beat, the New York Liberty as well. So these teams going head-to-head today was really the first time they both faced some competition outside of the New York Liberty. So whose streak is going to stay alive? And unfortunately for us, as I've said numerous times, when we go up against a good team, the disparity in coaching is going to rear its ugly head. And the disparity coaching today reared its ugly head. How, you may ask? Too much Aaliyah Boston facilitating. Get your big old booty on the block, post up, do some post moves, score around the rim, and grab us some rebounds. Set Caitlin Clark some screens and finish around the rim. That's all we need from you, AB. Stephanie White, we don't need her being a hub and stopping right next to CC instead of setting CC a screen, just stopping right in front of her and calling for the ball. Hey, Caitlin, give me the ball, Caitlin. I'm right here. Caitlin, give me the ball, Caitlin. Give me the ball so I can just take it to the other side of the court. It's like, dog, set her a screen. Please, please set her a screen. I really don't have anything bad to say about Kelsey Mitchell today. She tried. Was it a lot of hero ball? Yes. Am I going to knock her for it today specifically? No. Not today. Her day's coming, though. Trust me. The Indiana Fever lose against the Minnesota Lynx. Olivia Miles, Nafisa Collier, and Cheryl Reeve. 108 to 100. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. Though this was a close game within 10, 12 points for the most part, I never felt like this was even an actual close game as far as competition goes. I never felt like we actually had a chance to beat the Minnesota Lynx today. You know, we would come within 8, nah, whatever. We'd come within 4, nah, whatever. We come 10, nah, we just don't. It just seemed like we were outmatched. Not bad enough to get destroyed, but not good enough to make a real run to where the Lynx felt threatened. As soon as the Lynx felt threatened, boom, timeout, pedal, back to the metal for the Minnesota Lynx. Caitlin Clark finished the game at 19 points, 10 assists, 1 steal. Aaliyah Boston, now 4th all-time in scoring franchise history for the Indiana Fever. And Kelsey Mitchell keeps her 20-point game streak alive. 14 straight games. Before we get into the highlights, let's take a look at the box score real quick. Both teams came out fairly hot. The Indiana Fever scored 33 in the first. The Minnesota Lynx scored 36. Now, the difference between the two, it felt like we were just making our shots when the Lynx just weren't going up against any pushback from a defensive standpoint, right? We were making our shots. Kelsey had a few open shots. I'm not gonna say she didn't. I think she had 16, something like that. Kelsey Mitchell went crazy in the first half, crazy. But it didn't. The Minnesota Lynx were getting everything that they wanted against us on the offensive end. Like absolutely no resistance on that side of the ball. We scored 20 points in the second quarter, while the Minnesota Lynx scored 28 points. You just couldn't keep it up, right? We just can't keep it up against the good teams for a long, sustained stretch. We have to build ourselves a lead and then hold on to that lead. But fighting back against quality teams, I'm not quite sure we're there yet. Both teams scored 23 in the third quarter. We outscored them by 3 in the fourth, but by that time, too little, too late. Take a look at the box score. Kelsey Mitchell, 37 points, 14 and 21, 3 assists, 6 for 8 from 3 from Kelsey Mitchell. Again, I'm not going to crucify Kelsey Mitchell today. I don't think this loss is on her fault. I can understand why some people are frustrated seeing her, dribble so much, and the Kelsey Mitchell hero ball is not going to equate to wins. I understand that point. I'm just not going to make that point today. Caitlin Clark, 19 points for Caitlin Clark, 10 assists, 8 for 18 from the field, 2 for 9 from 3. Now, it says Caitlin Clark shot 18 field goals. Oddly enough, watching it, it didn't feel like she was aggressive enough to me. It didn't feel like she was aggressive enough to me. It didn't feel like she was hunting her shots as much as I would want to see her hunt her shots today. I mean, she ended up taking 18, so maybe it was just my perception of what happened. But it didn't feel like she was out for blood. Like I wanted Caitlin Clark to come into this game smelling blood in the water. 2 for 9 from 3. Speaking of that, we're not going to shoot 40% every single game from 3 for CC, but only shooting 1 free throw. She was getting hand-checked a good amount. The referees weren't as favorable weren't as favorable tonight as they were last game against Toronto. But outside of her taking the ball up and getting hand-checked, when it comes to taking it to the rack, I don't think she was aggressive enough doing that either today. So, we're not going to win them all. We're not going to win them all, but I'm not putting the blame on Mitchell or Caitlin Clark today. Monique Billings, 9 points in 23 minutes, 3 rebounds. Monique Billings back to a... Lexi Hull, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists for Aaliyah Boston. 50% from the field. I'm going to say this right now. AB can't set screens properly. She either can't set screens for CC or she refuses to set screens for CC. Her having 7 assists kills us on the glass because the Minnesota Lynx were getting offensive rebound after offensive rebound after offensive rebound after offensive rebound. Well, of course they're going to get offensive rebounds because AB doesn't crash the defensive glass, but they're also going to get tons of defensive rebounds because AB is hovering outside by the paint for most of these. We got out-rebounded 33-23 today. Out-rebounded by 10. And a large part of that is because AB is hanging out by the three-point line and not aggressive enough on the defensive side, crashing the glass. We need double-digit boards from AB. I'm sorry. We need double-digit boards. Sophie Cunningham, only 3 points, 2 shot attempts for Sophie Cunningham today. Timpson, 7 points, 6 rebounds. Ty Harris, Raven Johnson, May Shannon, all play. Folks, this is what I'm proposing. Our best lineup, I think, is Kelsey, Caitlin, Sophie at the 3, Michaela Timpson at the 4, AB at the 5. That's our bet. That should be our starting lineup. And whatever scoring we get off the bench comes from Monique Billings spamming pick and roll with CC or Ty Harris or Kelsey Mitchell. That's it. Timpson has turned into I'm not going to use the word beast, but as far as a bench player, she's a beast off the bench. She is an absolute menace off the bench. Shout out to Michaela Timpson. This was a game of Stephanie White going to AB as the hub, as our offense for a large portion, and it coming back and hurting us. Was this Stephanie White's worst coached game? No. We've seen a lot more piss-poor performances from Stephanie White as a head coach than today's game. But this just highlights how she doesn't measure up to the league's best. Let's take a look at some highlights, shall we? You have Caitlin Clark with the midi over Olivia Miles. Boom, taking it, protecting the ball. Shield. Step back right over Olivia Miles. Nice work. Caitlin Clark begins the second quarter with the 3. See, AB with the ball again. It's just too much. AB had the ball too much today. Dribble handoff to CC. Bang. Caitlin Clark, look at this dime from CC. Look at this dime. 3/4 court. Inbound, 1 dribble, head up. Dime to Monique Billings in stride. That's an N1, by the way. Didn't get called for it. Death taxes, Caitlin Clark making deep 3s. Oh, this is against the Portland Fire. Sorry about that. Folks, take a look at this. Sophie Cunningham gets elbowed in the face. Look at this.
Damn.
Sophie Cunningham gets elbowed in the face, and somehow this is a foul on Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, I shit you not. Sophie Cunningham gets elbowed in the face, and they somehow call this a foul on Sophie Cunningham. The worst part is these dummies, these stooge referees, reviewed this play too and still came to the conclusion that the foul is on Sophie Cunningham. You can't make this up. Shout out to Venom over there. Go subscribe. Venom Reacts. Breaking it down when it comes to AB.
Island, right? Aaliyah Boston, instead of coming to screen, she's calling for the ball.
Exactly. And I don't want to take too much of this clip, but that's exactly what I saw too much of today. Instead of setting Catilin Clark a screen, AB goes and gets the ball. Two things can be true right here. One thing that could be true, Stephanie White, this is the offense that Stephanie White, this is what gets Stephanie White hot and bothered, watching AB be the hub. One thing can be true. The second thing that's true, AB, use some common sense. You have basketball IQ, right? I don't want to insult you and say you don't have you have basketball IQ? Then you should know better. Get out the way or set a screen. Those are your two options. Get out the way or set a screen so Catilin Clark can set you up for an easy finish around the rim. Your best games come when CC's setting you up. One more time, AB. Your best games come when CC is setting you up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, have the video, subscribe to the channel. That means so much to me. Don't worry, we're going to be cooking Cheryl Reeve. Ben Daniel Podcast Quick Hits. We're going to be cooking Cheryl Reeve by the end of the day, too. Because that shirt that Cheryl Reeve was wearing, I support child abuse. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.